When a disabled former SEAL rolled into the courtroom, everyone assumed she was too broken to fight back. But when the judge ordered her to remove her silver star in front of everyone, they had no idea her next move would not only expose the truth, it would end the career of the very man trying to silence her. This is the story of Lieutenant Aria Hale, the woman who taught the world that honor isn't worn on the uniform, it lives in the heart. The courtroom was silent when Aria Hale entered, the wheels of her chair echoing softly against the polished wooden floor. Her uniform was simple, clean, and carried only one decoration, a silver star, pinned close to her heart. Many had heard whispers about her, the SEAL who saved her entire team but lost her ability to walk. Some believed it, some didn't. Aria never corrected anyone. She didn't need to. At the judge's bench sat Judge Malcolm Trent, a man known for being strict, traditional, and by the book. But today, his eyes held something different, a tension that only Aria noticed. The case was simple on paper. Aria had come to defend her name after someone had filed a complaint that she was wearing unauthorized medals. She had smiled when she first heard it, not because it was funny, but because it was familiar. People doubted what they did not understand. As the hearing began, the judge leaned forward, his voice sharp. "Lieutenant Hale, remove that silver star. It is not appropriate for these proceedings." The entire room shifted. A ripple of discomfort passed through the gallery. Even the officers sitting behind Aria looked at one another, unsure. Aria's hands froze on the wheels of her chair. She looked straight at the judge. Calm, strong, with respect. "Your Honor, I earned this." But the judge's tone grew harder, almost personal. "Remove it." "Now," whispers spread. Someone gasped. A junior officer lowered his eyes, unable to watch. Aria didn't move. Her mind flashed back to the night she received the medal. Not the ceremony, but the battlefield. The smoke, the shouting, the courage of her team. The moment she chose to stay behind so the others could escape. The pain, the silence. And then, the long road to recovery. That medal wasn't decoration. It was a memory of lives saved. But instead of arguing, Aria reached gently for the medal, paused, and then did something no one expected. She unpinned the silver star and placed it on the judge's desk. But she didn't let go. Her voice was steady, unwavering. "If you want to take it, Your Honor, take it. But when you do, you'll be taking responsibility for the truth that comes with it." The judge's eyes widened. He had expected resistance, not courage, and definitely not this kind of calm challenge. The room went utterly silent. Aria continued, "Because before you take what I earned, the court deserves to hear how I earned it." And the judge, for the first time, hesitated. Everyone leaned in. Aria gently released the medal, letting it rest on the edge of the desk. She straightened her back and addressed the courtroom. "Your Honor, do you remember who filed the complaint against me?" The judge stiffened. He knew exactly who. A man recently under investigation for mishandling veterans' cases, especially involving disabled soldiers. A man Aria had once publicly disagreed with during a charity event. A man with influence, trying to discredit her before she testified in a separate inquiry. Aria continued, her tone soft but powerful. "I didn't come here to fight. I came here to tell the truth. The truth someone is afraid of." She requested permission to show a document. The judge hesitated but agreed. Aria's lawyer passed the folder to the clerk, and it was projected onto the screen. It wasn't a complaint. It wasn't a medical report. It wasn't a medal citation. It was a letter signed by Judge Trent himself, dated 2 years earlier, thanking Aria for her service and acknowledging her role in saving American lives overseas. A letter he had forgotten, or hoped others had. Gasps filled the courtroom. Aria's voice remained gentle. "Your Honor, before ordering me to remove the silver star, maybe you should have remembered that you once thanked me for the actions that earned it." The judge's face drained of color. Whispers turned into murmurs. Murmurs turned into outrage. And outrage turned into realization. This wasn't a hearing. It was an attempt to discredit a disabled hero. Aria wasn't done. "I don't blame you," she said softly. "But justice can't exist where fear controls the decisions." The courtroom erupted into applause. Something rarely allowed, yet no one stopped it. Within hours, the footage went viral. Letters poured in. Veterans groups demanded accountability. By the end of the week, Judge Trent stepped down, not because Aria wanted it, but because the truth demanded it. And the silver star, Arya pinned it back on her uniform, this time with a small, humble smile, not of pride, but of peace. At the press conference, a young reporter asked, "Lieutenant Hale, after everything, what kept you strong?" Arya looked at her wheelchair, then at the medal, then at the world watching. "Strength," she said, "wasn't about standing. It's about refusing to kneel when the world asks you to." And the world applauded her again.